Coach was talking about how much he respects Tyler, that the families know each other well. So good to see one of Coach Stagg's proteges come back to coach against him tonight.
You need to write that down as a trivia question, Joe, because you are the king of trivia and tying everything together, and that is great history.
And Tyler Shearer had a long and distinguished career as the coach at Tri-County. I got to see them play a few times when I would do Caston and Pioneer games as Tri-County's in the sectional. And I believe a couple years ago they knocked off Pioneer in the sectional final. It was a great basketball game. But Tyler Shearer is a darn good coach. He built quite a program at Tri-County and looks like he's doing a great job here at McCutcheon so far in his first season.
It's going to be an exciting night. And what's the record for McCutcheon?
11-4.
Okay. So they don't have quite as many losses, but.
And they talked about Robert Finnessy, the IU recruit, who's leading scorer for McCutcheon, averaging 30.4 points per game. The IU Hoosiers are in action. In fact, they are probably underway against my alma mater, Michigan State, up in East Lansing. So I appreciate you wearing Spartan green tonight for us, Dave. So yeah. I know you're rooting for IU, but I appreciate you and Bo wearing green for my Spartans tonight.
That's right. Hopefully the Hoosiers can get them up there, but the Hoosiers are hit or miss this season. We're not too excited about our prospects for postseason.
Well, the Spartans were doing great until last week, and all of a sudden they lost 2 out of 3 and beat Rutgers in overtime. So they've been struggling too. So nothing would surprise me when it happens tonight.
At least they got the old man Izzo up there to helm the crew.
This is just one of several games going on in the North Central Conference tonight. Anderson is playing at Harrison. Lafayette Jeff plays at Marion. And Muncie Central is at Kokomo. Richmond is involved tonight, but they are out of conference playing Central Christian. So a full slate of games in the North Central Conference. And tomorrow night the Berries are back home, Dave, as we mentioned, 6 consecutive home games. They've got a very good Noblesville team tomorrow night. That's record is around 500, but they play in that brutal schedule and conference down in the Indianapolis area. They've got a lot of size. So it's going to be Bears going to have their hands full. They've got a tough back-to-back with McCutcheon and Noblesville here tonight and tomorrow night.
Well, I think we're up to the task. We'll see tonight. This is where it starts, all the momentum for getting off of that, bad game we had last game. So, McCutcheon's come out. They're kind of running some drills now, but we haven't seen the Berries come out quite yet.
So Coach Skaggs is trying to get a couple extra minutes in to get over some last-minute strategy and some adjustments. And as we mentioned, 6 consecutive home games for the Berries. Tonight, McCutcheon. Tomorrow night, Noblesville. The next Friday and Saturday back-to-back with they have Marion on Friday night, and then Fort Wayne North, the state runner-up from a year ago. They play here on Saturday. So a tough schedule, and Governor Holcomb is coming to Logansport. He'll be here at the Berry Bowl next Friday night. That'll be pretty cool.
That is fantastic. Well, what a grueling schedule for the Berries, but they're up for the task. They're playing the Berries fight song right now. The Berries are coming out to warm up, and they look dialed in. Meanwhile, McCutcheon over here, where we're doing kind of a regular warm-up, they're doing a free throw drill. We'll see if that pays dividends at the end of the game.
Yep, so McCutcheon, a very good team. They were the sectional champions a year ago. They fell to Carmel in the regional. Logansport, the Berry Bowl hosted that regional last year, and they're hosting the regional again this season. Coach Skaggs would love to be able to get there, but that schedule, or that sectional, is just so grueling with Kokomo and Harrison, Lafayette Jeff, McCutcheon, and Zionsville. Top to bottom might be one of the best sections in all of 4A, but the Berries know the hand they're dealt. They just got to deal with it.
Yep, and I mean, we at one point I think we moved up in class or whatever, so I mean we used to play kind of lower teams. It's nice to be in a tough conference because that makes you tough, it makes you better, and it kind of shows you what you're made of.
So we are just moments away from this conference game between the Logansport Berries and the McCutcheon Mavericks. And you said I'm the king of trivia, Dave. Here's a trivia fact. This is the first home game for the Berries in conference this season. Their previous 3 games, all in conference on the road. So
and we are 2/3 of the way through January. That's incredible.
Yep. Now, this game originally was scheduled for last Friday night, but the ice storm that fell early Friday morning forced the cancellation. So that would have been their first home game, but still, here it is, January, the 19th. And this is their first conference home game. It's just crazy what Mother Nature's done to the basketball schedule, not only here in Cass County, but all over the state of Indiana.
Well, I know this crowd's going to give them a lift. I went to school here, seen a lot of familiar faces around, all clapping during the fight song. It's going to be a good night tonight.
Yep, no question about it. So the Berries, I know they've had this game penciled in, and we talked about, Steve and I were on Talk of the Town earlier in the week with Alan talking about the preparation that goes into a basketball game. You get geared up and psyched up, ready to play, and then Mother Nature pulls the rug from under your eyes. So I know both of these teams were dearly looking forward to playing next Friday night. fortunately, both of them had an open night on a Friday in January. That doesn't happen very often in the state of Indiana.
Yeah, I mean, you're practicing, you're visualizing your opponent, you're getting all ready, and then at the last minute, you got to pull back that energy. And, that goes into when you get matched up against a different team you weren't really preparing for.
Yep. And one player we'll need to keep our eye on tonight is Elijah Crow, the Berries 6'2" senior, who has been outstanding for the Berries. He did not start on Tuesday night against Kokomo. Coach Skaggs said he was ill. He did play and did play very well, 10 points, but he didn't quite have the stamina and energy that he normally had due to that illness. Watching him during warm-ups, I had a chance to say hi to him before the game. Looks like his old self. He's a very, very important player with those long arms, that great athleticism. They're going to need that against this very good McCutcheon basketball team tonight.
Yeah, we're only about 8 foot away from the team right now as everybody stands on the sidelines, and they look all ready to go. They look loose, too, so it looks like it's going to be a good game for them.
That's right, Dave. You've not done a game from down here. I think you've done some games from the gondola high atop the Berry Bowl, but thanks to the radio station and Brian Strong and all the good folks here at Logansport High School, we made arrangements. We said, is there any reason we can't be a little bit closer to the action? They said, why not? So this is great. We get to see the players. We get to hear. You feel like you're more of a part of the action here. This is awesome.
Thanks for having me along for the ride, Joe.
And thank you for filling in on such short notice, as Steve Isaacs is unavailable due to previous commitments, because he thought this night was going to be open, because originally as the schedule came out, there was no game scheduled for tonight. So him and his band booked a gig down in Lafayette, and then when they found out the date was moved, he's like, oh no. So we do appreciate you stepping in on such short notice. We appreciate everyone back at the radio station too, juggling their schedules to make this possible.
Well, we'll dedicate this one to Coach Isaacs. How about that?
There you go. So we are looking forward to an exciting North Central Conference basketball game between the McCutcheon Mavericks and the Logansport Berries. McCutcheon is also going to be in action tomorrow night as they play host to a very good Western team. The Berries were very lucky, quite frankly, to get a win at Western a week ago. Kyle Sanders, a freshman, lit him up for 25 points. He's a kid to keep your eye on in the years going forward.
Yeah, that's a great score.
So the Mavericks, as we mentioned, 11-4 on the season, 4-0 in the North Central Conference, with victories over Kokomo, Harrison, Indianapolis Tech, and Richmond in the conference. They are in conference next Friday night as they play host to Anderson. Then again, February 1st at Lafayette. Jeff, that's a game to keep your eye on. February the 1st, Thursday night. That's the girls sectional week. Boys play on Thursday night of that week. That could be for all the marbles in the North Central Conference.
I think February 1st is another game where we'll be joining each other. So.
That's right. That's Harrison and Logansport here at the Berry Bowl. And it's just for more trivia, that's my mom and dad's anniversary. So there you go, just for those of you that are keeping track. Well, that will do it for the Mike Anderson pregame show. When we return, we'll have the starting lineups on 12:30 a.m., 94.9 FM, WSAL.
Anderson Auto Group, the largest Chevy dealer in Indiana, knows that great relationships are vital to the growth of businesses and communities. That's why they take such great pride in investing their resources back to Cass County. The Mike Anderson Auto Group employs nearly 400 people. They significantly contribute to the IUK endowment and the practice fields at Houston Park. And they continue to support all Cass County High School athletic programs. We thank you, our valued customers, for making this possible. The Mike Anderson Auto Group, we are Cass County proud.
Hello, this is Todd Reef from North Central Indiana Sports Medicine Center. The student athletes and coaches of Logansport High School have put in many hours preparing for their upcoming battles, and we wish them well. The therapists at North Central Indiana Sports Medicine Center have put in many years preparing to help you face your battles. Call North Central Indiana Sports Medicine Center to find out how we can help you. 737-7404.
Alongside Dave Packard, Joe Stetz, back at the Berry Bowl, following a stirring rendition of the national anthem from the Logansport Pep Band and their new location. Well, not so new, but new for you. You've not seen the band in their current location.
That's right. The band's over there rocking a cross court now from us from the scorer's table. And, they must be listening to the Dave Packard Experience, because I heard Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas. I heard Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. It's nice to know they're teaching kids the classic hits these days. But now, you talked about it, stirring national anthem. And I just haven't stopped smiling since I came in the building, being from here and growing up going to Logansport High School. So very exciting. Great night in Indiana for Friday basketball.
Yeah, no question about it. And Coach Platt has the assignment of door duty right there by the band. He's invested in a set of earplugs, so he is literally 10 feet away from the band. An awesome band. They're very, very loud. They're loud from where we're sitting. I can't imagine being that close to the action.
Oh, my gosh. And he probably sat there, in the past, too, right? But they moved the band over right next to him. Wow.
So, yep, I think it's cool that they moved the band closer. I think it gives the Berries a little bit of a home court edge, and they got the student section directly across from the Logansport player section, standing up. Quite a home court advantage, and they're going to need that against this very talented McCutcheon Mavericks basketball team.
Yeah, great atmosphere, but atmosphere itself does not win ball games. We got to get our offense back in gear, and we got to rebound the basketball. If we can do that, not get into foul trouble, we'll be in good shape.
So the starting lineups for tonight is public address announcer Greg Dominic is announcing the starters. We definitely know one. Robert Finnessy, 6-foot senior, McCutcheon's leading scorer, 4-year starter, averaging 30.4 points per game. In the backcourt, joining him is 6'2" senior Kobe McNeely, averaging 7.1 points per game. A 6'1" sophomore in the front court, Rowan Farrell, averaging 11.5 points per game. 6'2" senior, averaging 6.7 points per game, Keldon Tyson. And at center, 6'3" senior Isaac Angstadt, averaging 6.4 points per game. As we mentioned, the Mavericks under the direction of first-year head coach Tyler Shear, who spent the previous, I believe, 8 seasons at Tri-County as the student section had their backs turned to the McCutcheon Mavericks. A little gamesmanship while the starting lineups were getting introduced.
I didn't even notice that, Joe. I was watching McCutcheon. They got into kind of a huddle, and one guy got in the middle kind of football style, and they all kind of swayed and huddled around him and got ready for the game. But it looks like they're a little shaken in our gym, I'd like to say. And now the student section is facing us, and we're introducing our guys. And our guys look loose and ready to go. It's so exciting.
Yep, for the Berries in the starting lineup, 6'4" junior Will Penny, Berries leading scorer at 21.1 points per game. He's joined by 5'11" junior Sam Skaggs, averaging 18.6 points per game. Elijah Crow back in the starting lineup, so he is 100% after the illness earlier in the week. 6'1" senior, averaging 7.8 points per game. Tucker Platt, a 6'2" junior at 5.9 points per game. And Zach White, a 6'2" senior, averaging 4.1 points per game. And Berries coached by Pat Skaggs in his 5th season at the helm. Logansport 9-2 on the season. As McCutcheon in the road black uniforms with maroon numbers trimmed in gold. And Channel 18 camera crew is here tonight, so for you folks that might want to see some highlights, tune to the 11 o'clock news. I'm sure the Berries and McCutcheon, hopefully we can spoil the Lafayette Sportscast with a Logansport victory.
That's right. These guys are getting ready to tip. It looks like Will Penny's in the center of the court, getting ready. And that's Finnessy, right? Robert Finnessy, the big recruit for many Indiana schools. They're about ready to tip off.
So the Berries in their home white uniforms, red numerals trimmed in black. As Dave Packard mentioned, it is Robert Finnessy to jump center against Will Penny. And we are just about ready to get underway at about 7:35, the official start time here in Logansport. And the tip is controlled by the Berries. And Sam Skaggs will run point on this opening possession for the Berries. As the Mavericks look to be in a zone to start things off. Tucker Platt open from the three-point line, and he knocks it down.
Woo! That was exciting. What a great wide open shot.
He's not known for the three-point shot. McCutcheon dared him to shoot it. He did, and he makes it. Logansport draws first blood. They're up 3-0. 7:35 to go, quarter number 1. Now Farrell on the wing. Inside now for Tyson. Jump shot in the paint is short. Tucker Platt with a nice box out and has the rebound for Sam Skaggs. And into the front court come the Berries. Finnessy all over Sam. Now cross-court pass for Will Penny. Penny finds Elijah Crow on the wing. Inside now for Sam Skaggs with a little baseline jump shot is good.
All right, these guys are ready. They're playing in unison. This is a beautiful thing.
Sam Skaggs' first field goal. Logansport gets the first 5 points of the night. They lead 5-0. 7:05 to go, quarter number 1. Farrell open from the three-point line, and he drains it.
Woo! And we were playing good defense there, so good shot by McCutcheon.
5-3. Logansport with a 2-point lead in the basketball. Tucker Platt in the corner, fakes the handoff to Sam Skaggs, drives in the paint, takes it right at Finnessy and lays it in.
Oh, wow. Tucker's come to play, hadn't he, tonight?
Averages just 5.9 points per game. He has almost matched his average with 5 points here in the early going. Logansport extends to a 7-3 lead. 6:40 to play here in the opening quarter. Logansport in a 2-3 zone defense. Will Penny and Elijah Crow at the top of that zone. Now a long three-point shot is short, getting his own miss. Now Tyson for Farrell. He's open from the three-point line, and he drains another one.
Wow, poor rebounding by Logansport leads to an easy basket.
Rowan Farrell, his second field goal, both from downtown, and just like that, McCutcheon's within a point, 7-6. And now Sam Skaggs has the pass deflected. He thought it was deflected.
Yeah, Skaggs is motioning that was deflected.
Coach Skaggs is asking for it. The officials either didn't think so or didn't see it. Either way, the ball goes to McCutcheon on the turnover.
And that looked like a total throwaway into the third or fourth row, so like it went to nobody. Could have been a tip.
Yep, it looked like a deflection from here. Unfortunately, the call goes against the Berries, so McCutcheon has it. Down 1, 7-6, 6:09 to go, quarter number 1. Kobe McNeely. Farrell open from the three-point line. This time it is short. Will Penny high into the air to get the rebound for the Berries. Will bring it into the front court against this man-to-man McCutcheon defense. Penny, good crossover move, drives to the lane, lays it up, and lays it in.
What a shot.
Will Penny's first field goal of the night. Logansport 9, McCutcheon 6, 5:45 to go. Here in the first, Finney for Farrell. Now feeding the high post to Isaac Eingstott, 15-footer on the way, no good. Will Penny high into the air to get the rebound. Coach Skaggs with both hands up saying slow it down. So Will walk it into the front court for the Berries with a 3-point lead and the basketball, 9-6. Tucker Platt on the wing, top of the circle now for Zach White, for Will Penny. NBA three-pointer on the way from Penny, off the back rim, no good. Finney has the rebound for the Mavericks, and they have numbers 3-on-2. Finney takes it all the way, lays it up. No good. Tip with the left hand is good by Eingstott.
Wow, what a great tip. And of course, you know, they get that run off of a pretty bad. Yeah, and I mean, one of the big baskets that McCutcheon had just in that last bunch of sequences, it was a missed three, but a bad box out. They got the ball back real easily and then put in a 2. It feels like we should be ahead by a little bit more than 1, but glad we have the lead.
Broadway Broadband is the fastest growing wireless internet provider in the area. See their website for availability in Cass, Carroll, Howard, and Fulton counties. Residential plans start at $21 per month. See BroadwayBroadband.net for more details. 5 minutes and 13 seconds to play, first quarter. Logansport 9, McCutcheon 8. The Berries have the basketball. Elijah Crow on the wing. Now for Tucker Platt, top of the circle. Now for Sam Skaggs. He's open from the three-point line. His shot was dead on, but just a little bit short. Farrell has the rebound for McCutcheon, and into the front court come the Mavericks. Cross-court pass now. Taking it to the paint is McNeely off the high glass is good.
Yeah, that was a good head fake and drive and an easy layup.
Kobe McNeely with his first points tonight. It's McCutcheon 10, Logansport 9, and Finney has not scored for the Mavericks, so that's good news for the Mavericks and potential trouble sign for the Berries. Quickly back on the attack is Logansport. Zach White, elbow jump shot on the way from Zach, and he drains it.
Way to go, Zach. You got to hit that. I mean, that was a wide-open jumper from right inside the free throw line.
Yep, that's not in his normal repertoire, but like you said, you got to take that open shot, and he drills it. The Berries back up by a point, 11-10, 4:20 to go. Here in the first, Finney. Now for McNeely, back to Finney. NBA 3 on the way from Robert Finney. Rims out, offensive rebound through the hands of Farrell, and Sam Skaggs gets the defensive rebound for the Berries. He will walk it into the front court. Now finds Zach White on the wing. Zach looks for Elijah Crow. Instead, will hand it off to Sam Skaggs. Sam drives into the paint. Cut off there by Finney. So Penny in the paint. Left-hand hook shot by Tucker Platt is good. Tucker Platt, 7 points here in the first quarter.
What great ball movement. They know there's an alumni broadcasting the game. They want to impress him.
Logansport 13, McCutcheon 10, 3:45 to play, first quarter. The Mavericks back on the attack. Tyson for Finney. Finney, good bounce pass to Tyson, leaves it a little bit short, and Tucker Platt has the rebound, and he is fouled from behind by Keldon Tyson. So we played more than 4.5 minutes before we get our first foul of the night. Keldon Tyson, the guilty party for the Mavericks. His first on the team. And Logansport gets it back with a 3-point lead, 13-10, 3:33 to go here in a fast-moving and well-played first quarter from both sides.
Yeah, McCutcheon's been a little dull, but the Berries are playing great.
Platt fakes a 3-point shot, now finds Sam Skaggs in the corner. Sam steps on the baseline. They're going to call him for travel instead. Either way, it's a turnover, and the ball goes back to McCutcheon. Coach Skaggs just looks up to the sky. He knows to beat this great team, you got to limit those unforced errors.
That's right, exactly.
So McCutcheon has the ball back, down 3, 13-10. 3 minutes and 14 seconds to play here in the first. Tyson, cross-court pass for Fennessy. Fennessy gets a screen from Angstadt. Now he's double-teamed, finds Farrell. Farrell finds McNeely at the top of the key, back for Farrell.
Rotating.
And Sam Skaggs with the steal. 3-on-1 is Skaggs. Tries it behind the back pass. It is stolen, but Sam gets it back. Penny in the corner. Double-teamed as Will, so he kicks it back out to Sam Skaggs, to Tucker Platt. Platt finds Penny open in the corner. Three-pointer on the way from Will. Nothing but net for Will Penny.
What a beautiful shot from the corner for Penny.
Penny with a three-point shot. He has 5. The Berries extend to their largest lead of the night, 16-10. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to play here in the first. Fennessy for McNeely. Back to Fennessy at the volleyball line. He will take a three-pointer from that distance, and he trails it.
Wow, that looked like he was already in college. That was deep.
That was way back from the volleyball line, well beyond the NBA three-point line. Fennessy's first field goal draws the McCutcheon's Mavericks within 3, 16-13. And now we get a pass too tall for Elijah Crow, out of bounds. Turnover gives the ball back to the Mavericks. Substitution for Logansport, Jake Cox in. He'll replace Zach White.
I feel like Fennessy was practicing for his next level of play.
Ben Miller in for McCutcheon, replacing Isaac Angstadt. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play. First quarter, Logansport 16, McCutcheon 13. Though the Mavericks with the basketball. Logansport staying in this 2-3 zone defense. Miller just in the lineup. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Tucker Platt with a nice box out and a rebound for the Berries. Hands off to Sam Skaggs, and Sam will bring it into the front court. And now McCutcheon looks like they are in a bit of a, looks like a 3-2 zone defense. Looks like they're trapping now out of this defense. Tucker Platt on the wing. Bounce pass for Sam Skaggs. Back for Platt. Platt looking inside for Jake Cox, instead back toward midcourt for Sam Skaggs. So the Bears being very patient as they try to feel out this zone defense. First time we've looked at it. Good no-look pass to Will Penny, who lays it in.
Wow, all the way across the court diagonally for a layup.
Great pass from Tucker Platt. Penny with another field goal.
Oh!
Now we get an offensive foul as Tucker Platt
Tucker Platt's come to play.
draws the charge. If you've got a player of the game through the first 7+ minutes, it is Tucker Platt with 7 points, a gorgeous assist, and now drawing the charge here on the defensive end.
And boy, every play he's been a part of has been a good one.
So Logansport 18, McCutcheon 13, 1:25 to go here in the first quarter. It looks like McCutcheon will remain in that 3-2 zone defense, which they unveiled on the previous possession for the Berries. Now maybe more of a 1-2-2 is coming out on the point of that top of that zone defense, Keldon Tyson. So Sam Skaggs and Will Penny play catch over near midcourt for the Berries as we approach 1 minute to play here first quarter. Logansport 18, McCutcheon 13. The Berries with a 5-point lead and the basketball. Penny bounce pass now for Sam Skaggs as McCutcheon is trapping out of this zone defense, but Logansport showing great patience. With a 5-point lead, they don't need to hurry anything. Make sure they get a good shot. Eli Wickersham also into the Berries lineup. Now Sam Skaggs, 3-point shot, he drains it.
Boy, we're shooting a lot of threes tonight, but we're making a lot of threes.
Sam Skaggs, his first from downtown. Logansport extends to an 8-point lead, 21-13. 35 seconds to play here in the first quarter. McCutcheon back into the front court. Rowan Farrell feeds Miller in the high post. Miller now finds McNeely in the corner. Farrell will let fly with a 3-point shot, and he knocks down another one.
Well, that was a silky smooth shot, but the Berries are just showing great toughness tonight.
Rowan Farrell, 9 points on 3 3-point field goals. McCutcheon within 5, 21-16. 15 seconds to play here. In the first quarter, Coach Skaggs holds up one finger as the Berries will play for the final shot of this first quarter, now down to 7 seconds. Logansport now has to hurry. Will Penny gets a high ball screen from Jake Cox to Tucker Platt in the corner. 1 second. Tucker will force up a shot at the buzzer. It is no good, and that will end quarter number 1. The score, Logansport 21, McCutcheon 16. We'll step aside for a break. I'll be back with our second quarter on the home of Logansport Berries basketball. 12:30 a.m., 94.9 FM, WSAL.
Since 1934, Security Federal Savings Bank has served Cass County. When you bank with us, you get excellent financial service, and you help us to support the community too. Hi, I am Tammy Helvey, Logansport Branch Manager. I want to thank our customers for their business. It's because of you that we are able to give back to the Logansport High School groups, including the athletic department, Logansport dance team, after prom, and many more. We're proud to sponsor the Logansport Berries.
Security Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Hello, this is Todd Reef from North Central Indiana Sports Medicine Center. The student athletes and coaches of Logansport High School have put in many hours preparing for their upcoming battles, and we wish them well. The therapists at North Central Indiana Sports Medicine Center have put in many years preparing to help you face your battles. Call North Central Indiana Sports Medicine Center to find out how we can help you. 737-7404.
Alongside Dave Joe Stats back at the Berry Bowl, ready to start second quarter action. Logansport on top of McCutcheon 21-16. We do have a Lewis Cass final. Not a good night for the Kings. Northwestern knocks off Lewis Cass 65-47. So hopefully a better result coming up for the Berries, who have led by as many as 8. The lead is currently 5, 21-16, and McCutcheon will have the basketball to start this second quarter. Now Logansport looks like they've gone to more of a 1-2-2 zone defense, maybe 1-3-1 as they look to give McCutcheon a different look. They've got to try and limit Rowan Farrell's looks. Now Finney, an NBA three-pointer on the way. Nothing but net for Finney.
Wow, a lot of deep threes being shot by Finney.
Finney with 6 points on a pair of three-point field goals, so that is 5 made three-pointers for McCutcheon, keeping them in the game, down by a deuce, 21-19, 7.5 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Tucker Platt now retreats back toward midcourt as the Bears reset. Bullet pass inside for Sam Skaggs, too tall for him. Another turnover gives the ball back to the Mavericks. Again, Coach Skaggs just looks to the skies as the turnovers are really hurting the Berries tonight.
You know, overly energetic there with that, but, you know, when I looked in the huddle between the quarters, I just saw intensity.
We'll see what the Berries can come up with defensively on this possession. Finney and Farrell have all 5 made three-point field goals for the Mavericks. Finney in the lane, double pump, no good. Eli Wickersham has the rebound for the Berries. Will Penny 1-on-4. So he'll wait for reinforcements. Good hesitation move by Penny. Knocked away from behind. Good hands by Angstadt. The ball will remain with Logansport. 7:03 to go, second quarter. Logansport 21 and McCutcheon 19. Sam Skaggs to inbounds for the Berries to Tucker Platt for Will Penny. And Angstadt overplaying with the steal. And here comes Kobe McNeely. 2-on-2 are the Mavericks. Good defense, though, by Jake Cox. So McNeely is forced to retreat back to Finney. Finney drives into the paint. Ben Miller on the baseline. Jump shot is good for Ben Miller.
And again, just a bad play by the Berries leads to easy offense for McCutcheon.
We are tied at 21, 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play. It is an 8-0 McCutcheon run. And just like that, the Mavericks have tied things up. So a big possession here for the Berries. We got a deflection and a steal. Another Logansport turnover. Miller for Angstadt to Finney to McNeely. Farrell open in the corner. Three-pointer on the way from Roman Farrell off the side of the backboard.
All right.
Sam Skaggs with the rebound. 1-on-3 is Sam, so he will pull it back and wait for reinforcements. No look pass to Tucker Platt, who lays it up.
And Tucker's on fire, of course. Just get the ball to Tucker Platt, for crying out loud.
Tucker Platt with 9 points here in the early going. Logansport ends that 8-0 McCutcheon run. Back up by 2. Three-pointer on the way from Finney, no good. Angstadt with the offensive rebound, no good. And we're going to get a foul. Yeah, that looked like an awful lot of contact with the basketball. But they're going to call the foul on Sam Skaggs. His first, team foul number 1. So we have just 3 fouls called in nearly 10 minutes of action here tonight. Substitution for the Berries, Elijah Crowe, Zach White in, Eli Wickersham and Jake Cox out. And Ben Miller to the bench. He is replaced by Keldon Tyson. So the starting 5 for both squads back in there. Coach Shear was asking for a timeout. No one heard him, so a three-pointer on the way from Farrell, no good. Tucker Platt has the rebound for the Berries.
Taking it up himself.
We have a 2-point lead in the basketball, 23-21, 5:55 to go. First quarter, or first half, beg your pardon. Elijah Crowe across the way, guarded by Farrell for Sam Skaggs. Sam thought about a 3-point shot, passes now to Tucker Platt. Platt covered by Isaac Angstadt. Now he'll reverse dribble out back near midcourt as the Berries will reset. Elijah Crowe on the wing for Sam Skaggs. In between the circles, drives into the paint, passes pocket pick. Nice play that time from Robert Finney. Finney 1-on-1, takes it all the way, lays it up. No good, but he does draw the foul. And that's a big whistle, as that is the second on Sam Skaggs. That comes at the 5:24 mark here in the second quarter. And that will be free throws for Robert Finney, 6-foot senior, averaging 30.4 points per game. Diversified General Federal Credit Union believes in second chances. If you're blacklisted from opening a checking account, go see Diversified General Federal Credit Union in Logansport, where they help more people make life a little easier. Diversified General Federal Credit Union, your financial family, member NCUA. Fennessy with the free throw. His first point's not from a three-point field goal. He now has 7. One more free throw coming for Fennessy, and he drills it. He now has 8, and we are tied at 23 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Sam Skaggs for Tucker Platt. Platt guarded by Tyson. Now Platt drives into the paint. Fennessy picks his pocket. Another steal by Fennessy, and he is in the clear. He will lay it up, and he'll throw it down. Robert Fennessy with the slam dunk. He is in double figures now with 10 points. And the turnovers, Dave, are killing the Berries here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. We should be up by a much bigger margin, but every turnover leads to good points for them.
Yep, I agree completely. So the Berries are down by a deuce, 25-23. They do have the basketball and a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. 4 minutes and 44 seconds to play first half. Will Penny backs up. Three-pointer on the way from Penny is off the mark. No good.
Not a smart shot.
Good box out that time from Rowan Farrell. He has the rebound for McCutcheon. Now McNeely open from the three-point line is short. Long rebound, though, to Tyson, but Sam Skaggs takes it away. But they're going to say he stepped on the end line. He doesn't like the call, but the official standing right there. You hope he makes the correct call, standing right there on the baseline.
Looked like he saved it, you know, from my perspective, but of course, you know, you're jumping out of bounds and then trying to throw it back in.
So McCutcheon will get it back. Tyson to trigger the inbounds pass underneath McCutcheon's basket. Finds Angstad inside, and he lays it in.
And that was too easy. Easy buckets. I mean, we know what Coach is going to be talking about in the locker room.
It is a 14-2 McCutcheon run, and the Mavericks' 8-point deficit is now been erased. They lead by 4, 27-23. 4:10 to go here, first half. Tucker Platt on the wing. Inside for Will Penny. Turnaround jump shot from Will. It's good.
Will.
Strong move inside for Will Penny. He now has 9. McCutcheon's lead is 2, 27-25, inside of 4 minutes to play here in the first half. And an NBA three-pointer from Kobe McNeely is good.
Now that's just silly. I mean, that was from deep. Nobody even stepped up to guard him yet.
That's at least 3 NBA three-pointers that McCutcheon has made tonight. They lead by 5, 30-25, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to play second quarter. So as well as the Berries have played, they find themselves down 5. Just past the midway point here of this second quarter. Sam Skaggs, top of the key, guarded by Tyson. Elbow jump shot on the way from Sam, a little bit too strong. Fennessy has the rebound. 2 on 3 is Fennessy. Great crossover move. Left-hand layup is good.
Wow, very easy to see where we're going wrong with this, whether it be turnovers or just shots with people in your face.
Coach Skaggs is asking for a timeout, and he finally has one granted as McCutcheon is on a roll. They lead 32-25 with 3:11 to go. They have outscored Logansport 19-4 since the Berries had an 8-point lead late in quarter number 1.
Well, you know, if you're a Berry fan, Joe, you're not discouraged because we've been playing great. Our intensity level has been up. We've just had some really bad turnovers leading to easy shots, and we've shot just a few shots that we shouldn't have that just quite frankly look like bad shots. If we can just take good shots, we've got the intensity level here. Tucker Platt is killing it out there, and a lot of our team is kind of feeding off that energy.
Broadway Broadband is the fastest growing wireless internet provider in the area. See their website for availability in Cass, Carroll, Howard, and Fulton counties. Residential plans start at $21 per month. See BroadwayBroadband.net for more details. And not only that, Dave, the turnovers leading to easy baskets, they've made some tough baskets too. As we mentioned, 3 NBA range three-pointers, and they've drilled all 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, and those shots almost feel like a joke. I mean, it's like if you keep backing up from the three-point line, you're going to get open eventually. You're hitting no shots.
So no shots fall. It's tough. Now on a give and go, Sam Skaggs takes to the paint, no good. Jake Cox has the offensive rebound.
Nice
Penny,
rebound.
Three-pointer on the way. Off the mark, no good. Fennessy high into the air to get the rebound, and Keldon Tyson is open ahead of the pack. Puts it up, he puts it in.
Well, McCutcheon cherry picking there, and you know, they got a long distance pass, and they're the only guy under the basket.
Keldon Tyson's first field goal, McCutcheon's largest lead of the night, 9, 34-25, 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go for the Berries. An important possession for Logansport. Tucker Platt.
Boy, what a force.
Forced one up, it goes over the backboard. Tucker thought he was fouled. There was a lot of contact, but no call. And this is danger time here for the Berries. As you've got a score,
yeah, we got a score over
on
here. Pioneer Panthers up on West Central 18-11.
So thanks to our chief meteorologist, Alan James, for passing it on to us. And now Sam Skaggs with a reach-in foul. If that is Sam, that is his 3rd personal foul, and that is a huge call here at the 2:25 mark. And this is a tough decision for Coach Skaggs. Cannot afford to have Sam get his 4th foul before halftime. But with Logansport struggling, you can't have him out of the floor either. So it's a tough choice for Coach Skaggs. He'll leave him out there for the time being.
Yep, Coach had a little conversation with the ref.
Tyson was wide open on the inbounds pass. The Berries dodge a bullet as he misses the wide open shot. Logansport with the rebound and into the front court. Will Penny guarded by Angstadt for Tucker Platt to Jake Cox posting up. Left-hand hook shot from Cox is good. He is fouled and will have a chance for a three-point play.
Nice shot there, just from the pretty much from where the free throw line is.
And boy,
he's going to get one more.
And boy, do the Bears need that. And Coach Skaggs just now found out that Sam has 3 fouls. And Sam's like, yeah, Coach, I do have 3. So Elijah Crow will replace him at the 2:07 mark. And I think this is a good move from Coach Skaggs. Again, you can't afford to have Sam out of the lineup, but if he gets his 4th foul, then you're really in a jam in that second half.
That's right. You got to keep him probably on the bench till the second half. But, you know, the Berries just need to hold it together here for 2 minutes and 7 seconds. 7-point lead here, but we could kind of inch back, try to get closer to the tie by halftime.
And they can get a little closer as Jake Cox still has a free throw, chance to complete the and one to get him a little bit closer at the 2:07 mark here in the first half. Credit dings, let Diversified General Federal Credit Union go to work for you. Diversified General Federal Credit Union helps more people get a better loan. Take advantage of what they can do for you at Diversified General Federal Credit Union, 7th and Broadway in Logansport. Your financial family member, NCUA, proud to support the Logansport Berries. So Jake Cox with a big field goal and in an extended McCutcheon run has a chance to complete the 3-point play. Off the back rim, no good. Angstadt has the rebound for McCutcheon to Finnessy, and Finnessy walks it into the front court with 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Finnessy for Angstadt. Unorthodox 3-point shot is off the mark, goes over the stanchion, out of bounds. And I think the Bears can live with Angstadt taking that 3-point shot.
Yeah,
better him than Farrell or Finnessy.
That's exactly right. You know, Finnessy dribbled up, and he kind of shake and bake his guy, and everybody collapsed on him.
Minute 55 to go. Logansport down 7, but they do have the basketball. Elijah Crow, top of the key for Tucker Platt.
Oh, no, fell down.
Platt fell down, and now Rowan Farrell with the steal. He's in the open court. Farrell will lay it up and lay it in.
That was the equivalent of a football pick 6. He fell down, and the guy just took it right for the score.
Another Logansport turnover. The turnover's killing the Bears here in the first half. They are down 9 with a minute and a half to go. 36-27 is the McCutcheon lead. Elijah Crow for Will Penny. Penny fakes the 3-point shot. Now he'll dribble between the circles. Kobe McNeely is all over Will. Will kicks to Platt in the corner. 3-pointer on the way for Tucker Platt. He knocks down another one.
He's dialed in. Get it to Platt. Pass to Platt. That's the plan.
Tucker Platt with 12 points, including 2 from downtown. He is keeping the Berries in this game. They're down 6. Quickly back the other way. Finnessy 3-pointer off the mark. Jake Cox has the rebound for Will Penny into the front court. And Coach Skaggs says slow it down. Penny drives into the paint. Finds an open Jake Cox underneath. He tries that. Blocked by Finnessy. And he gets the rebound. Yeah, he did hesitate just a little bit. Finnessy for Farrell. Farrell, 15-foot jump shot on the way. Gets a kind roll off the front rim and knocks it down.
And the story of the night, the turnover by the Berries, the bad possession that leads to an easy score.
Farrell with 13. It is an 8-point McCutcheon lead, 38-30. And a lazy pass almost intercepted that time from Farrell. And we've got official says there should be 31.6 seconds to go. I'm not sure how he was able to calculate that so quickly. But give him credit. And our very own Steve Clary on the clock. And look at that. He got it to 31.6 just like that. So great job, Steve Clary.
Steve is a master of the board down there.
And we'll be hearing his voice here not too long as baseball season is just around the corner here for the Berries. 28 seconds to play, first half. McCutcheon 38, Logansport 30. The Berries, though, have the basketball with Sam Skaggs on the bench with 3 personal fouls. Coach Skaggs, I'm sure, would love to hold for the final shot of this half. We'll get a 5-second call, and we're going to get a timeout. They're going to get the timeout. So the timeout is granted, very close to a 5-second call. The Berries dodge a bullet there, and the timeout is granted with 16 seconds to go, second quarter.
And this is kind of a critical juncture for the Berries, even though there's only 16 seconds left. But we've been in that kind of critical time period for the past 2 minutes. And, you know, I feel like the Berries are focused. And if you're a Berries fan and you're listening on the radio, we're ready to go. We got our game faces on. Just a few critical mistakes have led to those easy points, give the Mavericks an 8-point lead. And
this is a huge possession, Dave. As poorly as the Berries have played here in the second quarter, if they can go in only down 5 or 6 points, they'd have to consider themselves fortunate, especially if McCutcheon's hit the 3-point shot here in this first half.
And mentally, what a difference it could make to be as close as 5 or 6 as opposed to down 10. When you get into double digits, I'm sure that your psyche kind of goes down a notch.
Yep, no question about it. So, and now I have a question for you, Dave Packard.
Yeah?
Does Coach Skaggs dare bring Sam back in with the 3 personal fouls? The odds of you getting a foul are much less offensively than defensively. Just something to think about as I see Sam standing there and outside of the huddle. I don't think he'll be brought back in.
It's Barry's ball, right? Heck, I would probably put him in.
I would be tempted.
Wrong.
I would be tempted.
I'm proved wrong right now, but
Coach Skaggs has forgotten more about basketball than I'll ever know. So we'll go with his expertise.
I trust Pat.
Absolutely, no question about it. But this is a big possession for the Berries as they have a chance to cut into this 8-point deficit with just 16 seconds to play here in the first half. And what hopefully will be the final possession of the half of the Berries. At the very least, at the very worst, they'll go in down 8. Will Penny has the basketball. Fennessy all over him, now down to 8 seconds. Elijah Crow with a high ball screen for Penny. To Crow, to Tucker Platt in the corner. 3-pointer on the way from Platt. In and out, no good. Will Penny off his rebound, no good. And that will end the first half of the Berries. Were that close to cutting into this 8-point deficit.
That was a good final play. A good final putback, too.
No question about it.
Didn't go down.
So that will do it for our first half. At the end of 2 quarters, it's McCutcheon 38, Logansport 30. We'll step aside for a break. When we return, we'll have the Charles A. Michael Heating and Cooling halftime show here on the home of Logansport Berries basketball, 1230 a.m., 94.9 FM, WSAL.
Anderson Auto Group, the largest Chevy dealer in Indiana, knows that great relationships are vital to the growth of businesses and communities. That's why they take such great pride in investing their resources back to Cass County. The Mike Anderson Auto Group employs nearly 400 people. They significantly contribute to the IUK endowment and the practice fields at Houston Park. And they continue to support all Cass County High School athletic programs. We thank you, our valued customers, for making this possible. The Mike Anderson Auto Group, we are Cass County proud.
Groovy, baby, yeah! Thanks for listening to the game tonight. Logansport Radio carries the Logansport Berries on WSAL, AM 1230 and FM 94.9. The Lewis Cass Kings are found on WLHM, baby, 102.3 FM, and the Pioneer Panthers are found on WHCR, 103.7 FM. This play-by-play coverage is made possible by the businesses who advertise in the game. Please support them as they support the community, baby. Thank you!
Suspects, Dave Packard back at the Berry Bowl. We welcome you to the Charles A. Michael Heating and Cooling halftime show here at the Berry Bowl. Logansport trails McCutcheon 38-30. Berries led 21-16 at the end of one. Actually, they led 21-13 late in that quarter. A big 3-pointer by Farrell just before the end of the quarter brought McCutcheon within 5, and then they outscored Logansport 22-9 in that second quarter to go from 9 points down to 8 points ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to even know what to say about that first half because the Berries, you feel like the Berries at least played them to tie or have the lead because of their intensity and some of the great plays that they had. But all of those turnovers leading to easy baskets for McCutcheon, and then you have that handful of threes that they shot from between the half-court line and the three-point line.
Yep, so we have McCutcheon unofficially with 6 made 3-point field goals in that first half. Rowan Farrell with 3 of them, Robert Fennessy with 2, and Kobe McNeely with 1. So 6 made 3-point field goals, and at least 3 of them were a good 25 feet away. If a team's going to hit those shots, it's going to be real tough to beat.
That's true. I mean, if you think, what was it, 3 made baskets from that distance, and we have a 1-point lead if those don't go down. I mean, I didn't feel like McCutcheon had a real great shooting first half, but the Berries just, their turnovers hurt them. And what can you say about Tucker Platt? I mean, every time that kid touched the ball, great things happen. His intensity, his down low intensity, his 3-point intensity, and his shots were really great.
Yep, Tucker Platt leading the Berries in scoring in that first half with 12 points on a pair of 3-point field goals. Will Penny with 9 points. Sam Skaggs with 5, although Sam missed the last couple of minutes of that first half, picking up 3 fouls, all of them in the second quarter. In fact, he was the only Berry that committed a foul in that first half. Logansport with just 3 fouls as a team. Unfortunately, all 3 against Sam. He has got to stay on the floor if the Berries have any shot of pulling off the comeback here in the second half.
Yeah, I think that's basketball 101, Joe. When your best players, they need to stay out of foul trouble. They need to know, what position they're in, and and not make any cheap fouls. You know, there's at least one of those that Sam didn't need to get, and but he'll be back in the second half. Hopefully he can correct those errors.
And he picked up 4 fouls against Kokomo, but he played the last 3 or 4 minutes on Tuesday night with 4 fouls, didn't foul out. So he's a heady player, he's a smart kid, he knows how to play with foul trouble. But you just can't gamble. When you got 3 fouls, you can't reach in, you can't do any of the things that Sam likes to do. So it's going to take some discipline, but he knows how important he is to this basketball team.
And the Berries better be ready to take McCutcheon's best shot as I bet they come out of the locker room, because they didn't have a great first half. They held it together, and they, played tightly enough to make this lead. But, the Berries came out, I felt like, on fire with the game face in their eyes. And I think they will again. But they got to limit those turnovers. And, yeah.
Well, we got the Columbia Cagers out here playing at halftime here at the Berryville. Speaking on fire, number 5, I wish I knew the young man's name. He just stepped up and knocked down a 3 from behind the line. Not bad for a middle school ball player.
Yeah, we need a roster list for these young guys at Columbia School. And I was just telling you in the break, such a great feeling being back in Indiana in my hometown and seeing stuff like this, playing for the Y or these Columbia or Lincoln or whatnot, playing on this court, playing down with the Pacers court. It's just so fun to see the little kids out there having a blast, shooting threes, stripping the ball from each other. It's a great time.
And in the area, full disclosure, number 5 just took another 3-pointer from the corner and hit the side of the backboard. So not to pick on the young man, but but just gotta we call him as we see him. But this is great. Oh, here's number 5 again. Now he's got a running one-hander. Look at that. All right, so he says, yeah, okay, Joe Stats, I hit the side of the backboard, but in your face, I just made one. But this is cool. What a thrill it is. It's got to be for kids to play on a high school court.
Yeah, you got to get this guy's name, Joe, because you'll be announcing him maybe in this very gym someday.
Yep, very possible. Here with halftime here at the Berry Bowl, Logansport trails 38-30. Robert Finney and Rowan Farrell, the Mavericks' 2 leading scorers on the season, leading the way from McCutcheon. Farrell with 13 points, Finney with 12. So combined, Dave, they've got 25 of McCutcheon's 38 points. As Coach John Calipari is famous for saying, your best players have to be your best players. That was the case in the first half for McCutcheon.
Oh yeah, and Finney, I don't think we've seen the best out of Finney tonight, quite frankly.
I agree.
I mean, he had to make a shot from how many ever feet that is from, you said, the volleyball line out here to kind of get warmed up. But even at the end, he had that shake and bake move at the top of the key where he drove kind of right down the middle of the lane, and he kicked it out. Sad for McCutcheon because they couldn't make the shot, but the defense collapsed on him, and he's got a lot more moves to give us in the second half. So the Berries just have to be ready. They keep that intensity level, they'll be in good shape.
But isn't that the mark of a great player, Dave? Not to force the action, just take what the opposition gives you. He's let the game come to him. If it's there, he'll take it. If not, he's more than willing to pass the ball. So he's an outstanding player. I got to see him as a sophomore. I was amazed at the maturity and the way he played as a sophomore. And he's only gotten better and better as his career. And the IU's got themselves one heck of a basketball player.
Yeah, it's very exciting as an IU alum and lifelong IU fan. Very excited for him. Never got a chance to see him, and now I'm seeing him in person. And like you said, with some kids, you just know it. You just know that they're ready for the next level. Just that calm demeanor, intense when they need to be intense, laid back, and kind of lightning quick agility even.
And
Joe's showing me a score on his phone.
We were talking about IU, and of course, Dave is is an IU alum. I'm a Michigan State alum. Our 2 teams are meeting tonight in East Lansing. I won't, in case you're DVR in the game and want to play it after we get off the air here, I won't give it away. But
that's good, Joe. Yeah, so you should watch out for people who are trying to watch this game later. And luckily, for IU fans, it's just going to be a tough year anyways. Not that gives away anything, but maybe they'll come back against the Spartans.
But we'll see one of the things now, Dave, you've not had a chance to see the Berries this season. Coach Skaggs loves to switch defenses, especially at halftime. The zone has been a very effective defense for the Berries throughout much of the season, and I think for much of this first half it was an effective defense. But that has left a couple of three-point shooters unguarded a couple times. You wonder if maybe he may switch up to maybe a different zone defense or perhaps man-to-man. But I would look for some sort of different defense from Coach Skaggs here in the second half to try and slow down Farrell and Finney from behind the arc.
And I think that is a great game plan. That's what you got to do is keep them guessing. I mean, I watched the McCutcheon guys come out in the first half, and they seemed like they're a little bit, I wouldn't call them rattled. They had some jitters. They're away, they're not on their home floor, but now they're kind of looking a little bit locked in and loose. So it's going to be a battle in the second half, and the Berries got to be ready.
All right, that will do it. for our halftime show. Once again, our halftime score, McCutcheon 38 and Logansport 30. We will step aside for one final break here at halftime. When we return, we'll have our third quarter on the home of Logansport Berries basketball. 12:30 a.m., 94.9 FM. WSAL.
Strong bodies start with a strong team. The orthopedics and podiatry team at Logansport Memorial Hospital. Our board-certified surgeons and podiatrists, Dr. Davis, Dr. Ramachandran, and Dr. Labrija, provide access to the care that keeps active bodies in motion, including procedures for traumatic and sports-related injuries, right here in Logansport. So you can stay local and stay active with our physician team at Logansport Memorial Hospital. To schedule your appointment, call 574-722-2663.
Have you ever worked in radio or a related field? Logansport Radio has job openings for sports producers. These duties include technical support for our high school sports broadcasts and can lead to other duties. Experience is preferred, but if you have the desire to learn the art of radio broadcasting on this entry level, contact Dave Packard for an interview. The number to call is 574-722-4000. Logansport Radio is an equal opportunity employer.
Alongside Dave Packard, Bill Stats, back at the Berry Bowl as the halftime has just about come to an end. The McCutcheon Mavericks on top of Logansport 38-30, and a very interesting statistic, easy for me to say, from that first half. Logansport just 3 fouls as a team. All of them, though, committed by Sam Skaggs. That is a huge, huge statistic in that first half for Logansport.
I wonder if Pat had that stat in the locker room. Oh, boy. Well, I tell you what, time flies when you're having fun, and this game has been a blast. I love the Berries' intensity, and I hope that they can start off strong in the first half, because this is a critical juncture. You're down 8, and it could get to double digits very quickly, or you can get it whittled down to a tie very quickly.
And as you know, as a basketball fan, that double-digit lead is a huge mental block, too. So if they can keep it in single digits, they'll have a chance to pull off the comeback, and they do have the basketball to start this third quarter. McCutcheon still in the man-to-man defense. Good backdoor cut from Will Penny, who lays it in.
Nice shot by Penny. A little bit contested, but a layup, so great shot.
And a good pass from Zach White to find Will Penny wide open, so the Berries within 6, 38-32. Now Elijah Crow with the block on Robert Fennessy, and he is ahead of the pack. The first layup from Elijah Crow is good.
Yes, and what McCutcheon was doing in the first half, hopefully we can start doing.
Logansport with a pair of field goals in the first 30 seconds here in the third quarter. They're within 4, 38-34. Farrell open from the three-point line, leaves it a little bit short. Tip by Angstadt, no good, and Will Penny high into the air to get the rebound for the Berries for Tucker Platt, and is deflected by Rowan Farrell, who tried to sell it off of Tucker Platt. The look on Tucker's face was special, and him and Rowan are laughing, and Rowan's like, hey, I had to give it a shot.
Dangerous pass there. I'm glad that we still have the ball.
So the Berries do have it, down 4, 38-34. Platt hands off to Sam Skaggs, on the wing now guarded by Fennessy. Now for a posting Will Penny. Fadeaway jump shot from Penny is off the mark. Rebound pulled down by McNeely. Good look that time from Will. It just didn't fall. Fennessy in the front court for the Mavericks. Gets a high ball screen from Angstadt. Fakes the three-point shot. Now finds McNeely between the circles. Will Penny has the defensive assignment on him for Rowan Farrell. Farrell finds Keldon Tyson open from the three-point line. Nothing but net for Keldon Tyson.
Yeah, open from the top of the key, and there it goes, swish.
Good execution in the half court that time for McCutcheon. Leads to an open three-point shot from Keldon Tyson, and he knocks it down. McCutcheon's lead is back to 7, 41-34. 6.5 to play here in the third. Now Rowan Farrell picks the pocket of Elijah Crow. Farrell takes it all the way at Crow, lays it up, lays it in. He is fouled and will have a chance for a three-point play.
Wow, and one of those layups where you leave your body out there and to get fouled and easily make an underhanded layup there.
And just like that, Logansport's quick 4-0 start has been wiped out and then some, as McCutcheon has responded with 5 points of their own and the chance to make it 6 if Farrell can finish the and one. Foul on Elijah Crow, his first on the team. Free throw off the mark, though. So the Berries trail by 9. They have the basketball, 43-34, 6:15 to go, third quarter. Little floater from Will Penny off the mark. Elijah Crow, though, with a rebound for Sam Skaggs. Three-pointer on the way from Sam, and he knocks it down.
And that looked good. He was right in front of us here from an angle. Drilled that three. It looked good all the way.
Sam second from downtown. He has 8. The lead is 6 for McCutcheon. 43-37. 6 minutes to play. Quarter number 3. Tyson very nearly stolen away from Skaggs. And now we're going to get, I believe, a push in the back from Zach White as before Angstadt made his move. for Zach, his first, team foul number 2. And Sam with a dangerous reach in.
Right.
The McCutcheon fans were screaming for that 4th foul. Quite frankly, the official could have easily called it because there was a little bit of contact.
Yeah, and luckily it was called on the floor because he made that shot. It would have been an and one.
Yep. But Sam's got to be careful. Again, that's the thing when you're in foul trouble. You just can't gamble and reach in. He wants to be aggressive. He's a very good defender, but he's got to be careful. Now spin move from Tennessee for Tyson, for Farrell. Tennessee, top of the key, drives into the paint. Left-hand layup is good. He is fouled, and he'll have a chance for a three-point play.
Well, that looked like somebody who plays college basketball. That was just a little bit too easy, but he made it look easy. It wasn't easy.
And his ability, and the thing we haven't talked about, Dave, his ability to use the left hand. He's a right-handed player, but he has gone to the left consistently and finished strong at the goal. That's as strong a left-handed play as you could have at the goal. Yep, so he has a chance. The free throw is good. Tennessee now with 15 points. McCutcheon's lead is back to 9, 46-37. 5:40 to go here, third quarter. Sam will let fly with a three-point shot. Off the back rim, no good. Angstadt has the rebound.
Danger
for
time.
Tennessee. McCutcheon now with numbers. Nearly from the corner, in and out. Offensive rebound, though, by Rowan Farrell. Back to Kobe McNeely. NBA three is good for McNeely.
His foot was on the volleyball line, right in the middle of it.
So that is the 4th NBA range three-pointer that McCutcheon has made tonight. That is 12 points, and you look up at the scoreboard, Dave, it's a 12-point game. So sometimes when those shots fall, it's just not going to be your night. Will tries a three-pointer from deep, no good. Jake Cox, offensive rebound, blocked from behind by McNeely. And now we're getting knocked out of bounds by Keldon Tyson. And the Berries will maintain possession with 5:03 to go here in the third quarter, as McCutcheon has extended to a double-digit lead, 49-37. 5:03 to go here in the third.
Is that a McNeely or is that a young Larry Bird?
Yeah.
Because he looks like a young Larry Bird out there, hair and all.
And shoots like it, too, the way he's been knocking shots down tonight. Will Penny drives into the lane. Off the mark, no good. We're going to get a foul. A late whistle, some groans from the McCutcheon fans. I can't say they're wrong, Dave, because it was a late whistle. I think it was a foul, but I think they were complaining about the lateness of the whistle.
Yeah. But Will Penny at the line, and let's hope that he can knock these down. And we need to get back to at least a 10-point deficit.
Foul on Keldon Tyson, his first on the team. Will Penny to the free throw line shooting 2. He makes the first. Will now with a dozen. 4 minutes, 59 seconds to play, third quarter. McCutcheon 49, Logansport 38. Will's Penny's second free throw is short. Jake Cox tries to save the rebound. Will tried to save it and almost ran into a couple of members of the student section who are happy that no collision was made, because I think they would have gotten the worst of that one. Will's a big young man.
We need the student section to pep up. They need to get back into it.
Keldon Tyson, turnaround jump shot from the baseline. Fade away is good. Nicely done from Keldon Tyson, who has 7 points, 5 of them here in the third quarter. McCutcheon, their largest lead of the night, 51-38. 4:40 to play, third quarter. Tucker Platt, top of the key. Now for Will Penny on the wing. Penny gets a high ball screen now from Jake Cox. He's double-teamed. Drives in the lane. Shot is up. Would have counted, but no good. But he will get a couple more free throws. Foul on Isaac Angstadt. His second on the team. 4:29 to go, third quarter.
Tucker Platt over here talking to the coach as Will Penny shoots these free throws.
Free throw off the mark. No good. Looks like Tucker had a little scrape on his elbow, but he's okay. 4 minutes, 29 seconds to play, third quarter. McCutcheon 51, Logansport 38. Will Penny makes the second free throw. He now has 13 points. But McCutcheon's lead is 12, 51-39, and now Finnessy will walk it into the front court for the Berries in a 3-2 zone defense, with Will Penny playing the point of that zone defense. Farrell for McNeely to Angstadt. To Finnessy again with the left hand. Good pass to Keldon Tyson. Blocked from behind by Elijah Crow. Crow got a lot of ball up top. I may have gotten some body underneath for Crow, his second. Team foul number 3 on the Berries.
Great drive there by Finnessy. Jump pass to right under the basket. And here we go with free throws.
Broadway Broadband is the fastest growing wireless internet provider in the area. See their website for availability in Cass, Carroll, Howard, and Fulton counties. Residential plans start at $21 per month. See BroadwayBroadband.net for more details. Keldon Tyson missed the first free throw.
Made the second.
Makes the second. 8 points for Tyson, 6 of them here in the third quarter. McCutcheon has matched their largest lead of the night at 13, 52-39. As we approach 4 minutes to play, third quarter. The Berries with the basketball. Tucker Platt hands off to Sam Skaggs. Sam drives in the paint, now steps back behind the three-point line. Up and under move from Sam. Cross-court pass
nice
for Will
pass.
Penny. He's open from the three-point line, and he knocks it down.
Boy, that was a really nice pass all the way across court, and pretty incredible there.
Penny's second from downtown. He has 16. The Berries within 10. 52-42, 3:45 to go. Third quarter. Now pass inside for Angstad, intercepted by the Berries.
Wrestling.
It'll go off of Jake Cox out of bounds. A little bit of wrestling on the floor.
Yeah, at least some bodies on the floor.
The ball will remain in the possession of the McCutcheon Mavericks, who lead by 10, 52-42. 3:39 to go. And now we get a whistle. I'm not sure what. And they are again looking at the right elbow of Tucker Platt, as there was some blood going on, and he's going to be forced out of the lineup. And trainer Tom will come to the rescue as Zach White will check in. Yep, and he's got a couple scratches. Looks like one on his forearm and one on his elbow. So
nothing too intense, just
Yep.
just a little bit of scab.
Yep.
Blood.
So maybe some wrap to cover up that wound. Now on the inbounds pass kicked by Jake Cox into the band section. So good hands over there by the drummer.
Your trainer Tom's got him down there. I see right above him my old principal 20 years ago, Gordon Newland, over there taking in the game.
I think he knew you were going to be here, so he wanted to come and say hi.
Yep.
Angstad off the inbounds pass. Good block there from Jake Cox.
Block, but they got the rebound. They just laid it back in.
And Kobe McNeely came in. The McCutcheon fans are arguing for a call. Yes, there was a foul, but they got a layup out of the deal, so I'm not sure why they're complaining.
Yeah, they're in good shape.
Yep, I'd take that. Okay, don't call a foul. I'll take a layup. McCutcheon by a dozen, 54-42, 3:20 to go. Third quarter. Will Penny, long three-pointer on the way from Will, just short. Rowan Farrell high into the air to get the rebound for the Mavericks. Angstad released, but they find Kobe McNeely instead. McNeely drives down the baseline. Cross court for Finnessy. He's open from the three-point line. And nothing but that for Robert Finnessy.
Wow. Yep. And he just does it so easy going.
18 points now for Finnessy. McCutcheon has their largest lead of the night at 15, 57-42. Sam has a block from behind by Finnessy, and Finnessy has it.
Breakout dunk. Here it comes.
Finnessy is in the clear, and he will throw it down.
Two-handed dunk.
Finnessy now with 20 points. You can see why Coach Skaggs considers him the second best player in the state of Indiana behind Romeo Langford down at New Albany. He is putting on a show. 20 points for Finnessy, and the Mavericks lead is 17, 59-42. And this is a big possession for Logansport, as they've got to do something to stem the momentum, as McCutcheon has taken control of the basketball game here in this third quarter after a great start for the Berries here in quarter number 3. Jake Cox on the low box makes the shot, but they're going to say a traveling call before the made field goal. That happened across the way. Dave couldn't see his feet, but boy, that's tough break. That was a good move from Jake.
You know, I don't think Logansport, except maybe right at the beginning of this half, never has had the momentum, and we just need that momentum back. There's still time to get in this.
Yep, still 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Lots of time, but the Berries are down big. 59-42. McCutcheon has the basketball in a 17-point lead.
Larry Bird.
McNeely three-point shot looked good, but it was off the heel, and over the back is Ben Miller into the lineup.
Well, at least a little heat check there from McNeely.
Yeah. As the McCutcheon Maverick fans disagree with the call, but it's easier to take a call when you're up 17 with 2:05 to go third quarter.
That's true.
Will Penny into the front court. Guarded by Angstad. Good move that time from Will Penny into the paint. Just off the mark, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ben Miller. Good strong rebound by Miller in traffic for the Mavericks. To Finnessy. Into the front court. Now comes McCutcheon. Finnessy, left-hand layup, partially blocked by Jake Cox. McCutcheon will keep it. So
Finnessy's one of those guys with not a lot of emotion on his face, and he switches gears so quickly that he's just nonchalantly dribbling down the court, and then all of a sudden he takes off straight towards the basket.
And I guess there was a foul on Jake Cox. I didn't see the call, so I beg your pardon for Jake, his second. And Mr. Dominic didn't realize the foul was called. He was a little bit late on the call as well.
Waiting for you to tell him. He's probably got an earbud in the radio broadcast.
I did. Don't count on that. Second free throw good from Finnessy. 22 points for Finnessy. Not 10 of them here in this third quarter.
Oh, no.
And now he's got the steal and a slam dunk.
Inbound. He's playing his own press just by himself.
Finnessy now with 24 points, and this one's starting to get away from Logansport. They're down 21, 63-42 with a minute 30 to go. Quarter number 3. Penny has it blocked by Farrell.
Double-handed block.
McCutcheon with numbers. Farrell, good hesitation move for McNeely. McNeely hands off to Finnessy. Finnessy, three-pointer on the way from Robert Finnessy. He knocks down another one.
And the Berries are in trouble, Joe, because Finney has got it going in the second half.
Finney has completely taken this game over. 15 of his 27 points here in the third. McCutcheon's lead is 24, 66-42 as we approach 1 minute, 5 seconds to play. Quarter number 3. Elijah Crow, elbow jump shot is short. Rebound pulled down by Angstadt. And Jake Cox with the foul. Jake aggressive going for the rebound. Unfortunately made some contact. That is his third personal foul. Team foul number 6 on the Berries.
You can tell the team's trying to figure out, you know, how to get back in this game, but they got to be rattled with how silky smooth and easy McCutcheon's playing now and how we're working for everything we can get.
And you can see why McCutcheon is undefeated in the North Central Conference. And barring a miracle comeback from the Berries, they will remain undefeated in the North Central Conference. 1 minute to play, third quarter. McCutcheon 66, Logansport 42. As you mentioned, Dave, Logan scored the first 4 points in the third quarter in the first 30 seconds. Things were looking good, and Robert Finney just took over.
Yeah, I mean, but the Berries can still, you know, get strong. You know, if McCutcheon could cool down, we might be able to get back.
Finney misses a three-point shot, and now Elijah Crow, a good hustle play that time to save it. And Sam Skaggs into the front court for the Berries. Let's see what the coaching staff can come up with on this possession. Will Penny posting up on Angstadt. Penny turnaround jump shot off the high glass, no good. Ben Miller with another strong rebound. Miller with a couple good rebounds for the Mavericks. Quickly ahead is McCutcheon. McNeely three-pointer from the baseline. He knocks down another one.
Larry Bird with another three-point shot from the corner. I mean, the Berries are just at a critical juncture. If Will Penny could have made that shot, he was just a little bit strong on that bank shot.
As you know, Dave, this is such an easy game when you can make shots, and McCutcheon has made an awful lot of three-pointers tonight. They're up now 27, 69-42. It didn't seem like that long ago this was a ball game, but McCutcheon just really has gotten hot from the three-point line. Penny's three-pointer at the buzzer is off the mark, and that will end our third quarter. It is McCutcheon 69, Logansport 42. We'll take a break and be back with our fourth quarter on the home of Logansport Berries basketball, 12:30 a.m., 94.9 FM, WSAL.
Hello, this is Todd Reef from North Central Indiana Sports Medicine Center. The student athletes and coaches of Logansport High School have put in many hours preparing for their upcoming battles, and we wish them well. The therapists at North Central Indiana Sports Medicine Center have put in many years preparing to help you face your battles. Call North Central Indiana Sports Medicine Center to find out how we can help you. 737-7404.
Since 1934, Security Federal Savings Bank has served Cass County. When you bank with us, you get excellent financial service, and you help us to support the community too. Hi, I am Tammy Helvey, Logansport Branch Manager. I want to thank our customers for their business. It's because of you that we are able to give back to the Logansport High School groups, including the athletic department, Logansport dance team, after prom, and many more. We're proud to sponsor the Logansport Berries.
Security Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC.
Alongside Dave Packard, Joe Stats back at the Berryville Bowl. McCutcheon 69, Logansport 42. The Mavericks 31 points in the third quarter. Dave outscored Logansport 31-12. Our chief statistician Blake Isaacs tells me McCutcheon has made 10 three-point field goals in three quarters.
That is just incredible, Joe. And there's a deep alley-oop
to Finney, off the mark, but good pass to Angstadt, who lays it in.
See, alley-oop to Finney, but he wasn't in a good position. He just dished it off to a friend down by the basket.
He is very unselfish, and McCutcheon running away with this now here in the fourth quarter, 71-42. Now Angstadt knocks it away from Platt, but it goes right to Elijah Crow, to Eli Wickersham for Jake Cox. Good move down the baseline from Cox. He is cut off, though. Finds Wickersham. Three-pointer on the way, misses everything.
Nice
rebound by Tucker Platt. Misses the reverse layup. Sam Skaggs offensive rebound. Off the mark.
Nice
good. Another good rebound that time from Jake Cox. For Crow. Crow now for Jacob Cox. He'll hand off to Eli Wickersham. Now looking for a posting Jake Cox. Cox double team. Cross-court pass for Sam Skaggs. Three-pointer on the way from Sam is short. Isaac Angstadt has it knocked away from Jake Cox. Goes out of bounds off Angstadt. So credit Jake Cox with some great hustle here in the early stages of this fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's breathing heavy out there, but he's been doing a lot of work down low.
He has gotten better and better for this Logansport team as the season has gone on. He has become a very valuable member of this ball club off the bench. Sam Skaggs inbounds underneath Logansport's basket. Hands off to Tucker Platt, back to Sam Skaggs. Sam will let fly with a three-point shot, off just a little bit. Long rebound tracked down in the corner by McNeely for Finney. And Finney will walk it into the front court. As the Berries in deep trouble here, down 71-42, an onslaught of three-point field goals by the McCutcheon Mavericks. Finney takes it strong to the goal, and he lays it in.
Yep, we're in trouble, and our offense kind of looks like it did probably against Kokomo.
Finney with 29 points, 17 of them here in this second half, as he has completely taken this game over, as great players often do. Sam Skaggs in the corner, as it has gotten very quiet here at the Berry Bowl. Good reverse layup that time from Sam Skaggs, no good. Jay Cox, another offensive rebound, puts it up and puts it in.
Well, the guys down low are doing their job, no doubt about it. I wish early in this half we could have got Tucker Platt involved, because he was huge in the first half.
Yes, he was. He has not scored here in the second half. Now Finney, a step back three, nothing but net for Robert Finney.
That was pretty good defense by us too, I think, is kind of the far court, but knocked it down.
Finney has exceeded his season average with 32 points. Sam Skaggs takes it strong to the goal, lays it up, lays it in. He is fouled and will have a chance for a three-point play.
That was a beauty from the right wing, and he dribbled it in there, fake passed out to the three, and then just laid it up underhanded.
Diversified General Credit Union makes banking easy with all of the services they offer. They can also get you well back in the game. If you've suffered being blacklisted from opening a checking account or have credit dings, go see Diversified General Federal Credit Union, where they help more people every day. We are your financial family. Member NCUA. So it was 38-34, 30 seconds into the third quarter, Dave Packard. And just like that, the onslaught from McCutcheon.
I look at the score, it's been hard to track. And, 30-point lead with 5 minutes to go. I mean, a miracle time, but, probably not.
Well, now it's time to play for some pride, and you've got another game tomorrow night. So now inside to Angstadt, who lays it in. Angstadt's second field goal of this fourth quarter. As frustration is starting to set in on the Berries, as they have just gone up against a much better team tonight. McCutcheon firing on all cylinders. They have brought their A game to the Berry Bowl, and you can reflect it on the scoreboard, up by 31. Will Penny's three-pointer is good.
Nice shot by Penny.
Penny has bounced back nicely from that struggle off night he had against Kokomo on Tuesday night. 19 points for Will. That's good to see. Farrell, three-pointer from the wing is good. Rowan Farrell with 18 points. It is raining three-pointers here, and it is, I don't know if it's still above freezing, but maybe it's possible for some rain here in north central Indiana.
Yeah, we'll have some rain this weekend.
81-50. McCutcheon's lead is 31. Sam Skaggs in the paint. Good floater that time from Sam, and then a strong finish for Sam Skaggs, who now has 13 points. 81-52. And with the Berries having a game tomorrow night, Finney, a three-pointer. He knocks down another one.
You know, without even looking at the shot, you can about tell it's going in just by the way he shoots it.
Finney now with 35 points, 84-52. McCutcheon on top. Penny, a three-pointer on the way. Off the back rim, no good. Jay Cox, another offensive rebound for Platt. No look pass in the corner for Penny. Three-pointer on the way from Will, a little bit too strong. Rebound, Jay Cox takes it away from Keldon Tyson, who saves it. Right to Cox, but it goes through his hands.
Here comes
Finney thought about a three-point shot. He's double-teamed. Finds Angstadt in the paint. Angstadt, good pass inside to Tyson. Shot up. Oh, good. Strong finish that time.
Great passing by McCutcheon in this second half.
They have put it all together. And we're going to get a timeout called by Coach Skaggs. That comes at the 4:04 mark of this fourth quarter. A full timeout called by Coach Skaggs. 86-52. McCutcheon with 48 points here in just under 12 minutes of play here in the second half. Unbelievable. This is as good as a team has played against the Berries this season by far.
It looks like the coaches, before they talk to the boys, are going to have a powwow themselves, and I just love to be a fly in the wall in that huddle.
And what do the coaches do? I mean, when McCutcheon's making all these three-pointers, and like you talked about, the great unselfishness, the great passing, this is a very, very good basketball team. When a good team plays at their very best, I'm not sure what the Berries could have done tonight.
Well, and that's right. You know, any given night, you can win or you can lose. And I'm very proud of the Berries. Like I said before in the broadcast, 20 years ago, I was a high school senior here, and I love the look of our team because we had a very hyped team last year, had a lot of seniors, things going on, but these guys have really shown me they have the intensity and the talent to go far. They just ran into kind of a buzzsaw as McCutcheon got going, and the few mistakes they made in the first half led to McCutcheon being up.
But, yeah, I love the way the Berries started this game. They had an 8-point lead late in the first quarter. Even early in the second half, as we talked about, scoring the first 4 points of that third quarter, it was a 4-point game at the 7.5-minute mark of the third quarter, and it just got away, and it got away in a hurry.
Hopefully this is more encouraging than the Kokomo game in that regard.
Yep, absolutely. Now Sam Skaggs fouled in the act of shooting. Fennessy with the reach-in foul. Foul on Fennessy, his first. 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go. I'm not sure what the discussion was.
Somebody just yelled, "You do have a whistle."
Well, I mean, there was a... if I had a 34-point lead, I'm not sure I'd be complaining about much of anything.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's just me. What do I know?
Yeah, that's true. But good basket here. Barry's making the first free throw.
Yep, Sam with 14 points. So a good week so far for Sam Skaggs with 26 points against Kokomo on Tuesday. He's followed it up with 15 so far tonight. And the Berries in action tomorrow night here at the Berry Bowl. And they take on a very good Noblesville Millers team. So the Berries don't have time to dwell on this. That's the good thing. Rowan Farrell, three-pointer, is off the mark, misses everything. So he is human. That's
another deep three, couple feet behind the line.
So 3.5 minutes to go. McCutcheon 86, Logansport 54. Elijah Crow out near midcourt, drives in the paint, finds Zach White. Good pump fake from Zach, and he is fouled. And a couple free throws coming for Zach. Foul on Isaac Angstott, his second. Team foul number 6 on the Mavericks.
Yeah, good shot there by Zach White under the basket. Head faked at the proper time and took it up, got fouled. That's the first one.
Broadway Broadband is the fastest growing wireless internet provider in the area. See their website for availability in Cass, Carroll, Howard, and Fulton counties. Residential plans start at $21 per month. See BroadwayBroadband.net for more details. Zach does knock down the second one. He has 3 points. 3 minutes, 25 seconds to play. Quarter number 4. McCutcheon 86, Logansport 55. McNeely three-pointer is short, and the long rebound goes out of bounds. And quite frankly, with a 30-point game, I'm surprised that both starting units remain out there, as each of these teams have to play a game tomorrow night.
We have a score update, Joe. The Pioneer game. Pioneer up on West Central at the end of the third, 56-40.
All right, good job for the Pioneer Panthers, who are getting better and better as this season has gone along. Coach Colley doing great things in Royal Center. Sam loses his footing, but he's able to kick it to Jake Cox. Now an elbow jump shot from Zach White is good.
Not too bad, just a couple steps inside the three-point line there.
Zach with 5 points, so he's had a solid ball game for the Berries. Now Fennessy, three-pointer on the way in and out. Will Penny high into the air to get the rebound for the Berries. 2 on 3, but Penny will take it all the way with the left hand and lay it in.
Star on star, too. He took Fennessy to the hole that time.
Will Penny now with 21 points. Now Rowan Farrell at the free throw line extended for Fennessy. Cross-court pass for McNeely. Three-pointer is good again.
And a fan behind me screamed, quit leaving him open. And I would probably agree with that. That kid has been on fire, McNeely.
We're going to call timeout by Coach Skaggs. He's going to get some reserves in there, but...
seems like they're kind of, I mean, they're not a two-man squad by any means, but you don't want to leave McNeely open and you don't want to leave Fennessy open.
But you have to credit McCutcheon with some great offensive execution in the half court to get those kids open looks.
That's true. That was a full court sideline to sideline pass for that shot.
And they got a screen to get themselves open. McCutcheon's not 11-4 by accident. This is a very good basketball team.
Yes, yes. And, by comparison, the Berries have a good basketball team as well. They just couldn't get it going. They couldn't get the momentum to go their way. They had it very, very early. They just didn't take advantage of those key moments that can turn the tide in any game.
And I'm sure Coach Skaggs will look back at some of those turnovers. Many of them were unforced in that first half. You made the point that you felt like Logansport should have had a bigger lead than what they did. And, when you let a good team get off the hook, bad things can happen sometimes.
Logansport's going to watch this tape, and they're going to be encouraged by a lot of things.
I think so, too. I agree with you. I know that sounds crazy with a 30-point deficit, but I'm with you. I think they did some things well. They've got some other things to work on.
That's right.
Substitutions now: Brandon Goodman, Evan Hassett, Eli Wickersham, Jackson Crowd, and Jarrett Price. So both teams have cleaned out their benches. Now Jackson Crowd posting. Pump fake from Crowd inside for Hassett. Hassett has it taken away. It goes off of Joe Fennessy. So that's good news for Berry fans. There's another Fennessy who's just a freshman, Joe Fennessy. So they've got 3 more years of Fennessys to go up against.
How about that?
And he was an outstanding performer for the Mavericks in the JV game. They won that one 47-43 as the Berry Bowl starts to empty out here as we've reached the 2-minute mark of this fourth quarter. Now Jackson Crowd posting. Crowd, jump hook from Crowd off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ben Miller for Joe Fennessy. You'll see I didn't really brush up on the reserves because I, quite frankly, thought it would be a much closer game. But Finney finds J.V. Del Real to Michael Skadberg. Now, Del Real slid his pivot foot. Good call that time from the officials. That happened right in front of us.
Look at that. The
Javidelreal. Javi Del Real. So if I butchered that name, I sincerely apologize to him and his family. A minute 25 to go. Now Price open from the three-point line, and he drills it.
Nice shot. The bench is very excited.
Jared Price, the student manager last year, who earned a varsity letter and got on the spot, and he's hit a couple of three-pointers, and so some good is coming here late in the game for the Berries. Now Goodman with a near steal on Miller. Del Real. Three-pointer from Skadberg is off the front rim, no good. And the way McCutcheon has shot the three, I'm surprised everything they throw up doesn't go in tonight.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that some of these guys getting some playing time here on the Berries, and maybe next man up, that this will come in handy down the season too.
The Berries do have a couple seniors that will be graduating, so this is a great opportunity for some of these kids to possibly earn some varsity time next year. Now, good jump hook that time from Jackson Crowd, no good. Evan Hassett with the offensive rebound goes off of Finney. Good work from Hassett on the glass. His dad, Coach Hassett, yells with some instructions for him.
Oh, and I went to high school with his dad, and it's fun to see his son out there, and good move in the post.
Yep, if he just needs some experience, put a little weight on. He's got a lot of skill. Just a sophomore. Hassett, good up and under move from Hassett, no good, but he does draw the foul. We'll have a chance for some free throws. This foul is on James Mallett, 6-foot sophomore. 44.1 seconds to play. This game Berries very competitive for a half and part of the third quarter, and then Robert Finney absolutely took over, and the Berries just didn't have an answer. And I'm not sure many teams in the state of Indiana are going to have an answer for Robert Finney.
Definitely didn't have an answer, and of course I don't know the stats on this, but Berries not with a pretty bad offensive effort in the second half. Maybe it was due to defense.
So Hassett misses both free throws, so back on the offensive attack are the McCutcheon Mavericks. Three-pointer off the glass, no good. Good rebound that time from Wickersham. Wickersham brings it into the front court from the Berries. Jared Price open from the three-point line again, and he knocks down another one.
And his teammates standing up when that three was in the air, and were happy when it went down.
Jared Price with his second from downtown, 89-65. 12 seconds to go, and looks like McCutcheon not in any rush to take a final shot. They will dribble off the remaining 6 seconds. So the Mavericks will walk out of here with a very, very impressive performance. Our final score,